Oh, and cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on a team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Tigers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Blue Hens offense comes onto the field first today. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive plays, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
Yeah, and let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this, you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got.
Guys, let's take a second here and talk Delaware. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Wants to throw on third down. They're working that left side. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play, Reese.
And if you start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah.
Intercepted in the first drive. Ends with the pick. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense won.
Unloads quickly. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Let's see what they've got on second down. Pulls and fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried.
Gets loose in the middle. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Auburn lines up quickly.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Tigers have their offense in high gear. From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. He's got it on the move. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Auburn!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They took it 64 yards right down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They'll run it from the gun. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. And the Blue Hens can really attack on this second and short. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
A nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catch them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
From the gun, give on the inside. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. The Blue Hens in a good spot here with second and short. They'll go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Guys, let's chat for just a moment about Delaware. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys have decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
And the Blue Hens didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. He's got 42 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. The Blue Hens trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. Looking for the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Hens.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UCLA looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here comes the offense on second down. Him down at the 37.
after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Gets it out quickly. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Red pass, it's complete. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a crease, it's Barnes.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his... Turning it on! Gets away from one, finds room. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. He splits the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Gage. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The give on the inside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
To the air on second down. They've got the screen set up. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Blue Hens will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he'd hope to pin them deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, and he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. He leaves it with his back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He's got it. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it behind the line. It's Gage. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Blue Hens will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. So here comes the Auburn offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Fires to the tight end. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Tigers are marching down the field. To the ground with the back. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves, and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Quick strike complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and...
And they will score! Touchdown, Auburn! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. ULM rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Makes the grab. It's Gage. At the 45 on his way. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. Racing to the right. He's at the into the end zone unimpeded. Except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. Looking for a productive play on first down. Snap in the shotgun. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. The short hands, it's Watkins. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the Blue Hens with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. The toss sweep to the right. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blue Hens kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. He's up to 51 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. They'll go with a direct snap. Plows through the defense. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Now he's looking to throw it. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got 3rd and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on 4th.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the Plains.
And the Blue Hens will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust this.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
Firing to the right, complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They booted away on 4th down. Let's see what he can do with it. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Blue Hens will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Finds the tight end. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He makes the catch. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a